Hey, welcome back to the Metro Icon Podcast. I'm your host, Shawn Kay the Showman, and we got a juicy episode for you this week. But before we go into that, obviously the updates, we are in the month of May currently as this episode is being released, and Bingo Karaoke is happening Tuesdays and Thursdays for now. Right now, Library Bar is set 9 to 1 in downtown Fort Worth, and then Thursdays, 7-Eleven, I'm usually at Scout in Dallas. Pretty much organizing some current situation with them. And I know that the relationship is good. They'd like me to be there, but certain dots and I's. So just keep in mind, of course, just make sure you guys are following me on my Instagram at Shawn Kay Do It All, or go to my website, www.theshowman.live, to get the up-to-date announcements and news, shows, all that good stuff. That's where you're going to see it on Instagram, but you can also see it on my website that ties to everything. Other than that, y'all, let's just go ahead and talk about this episode. This is going to be an interesting one because even my fiance was like, "Are you sure you want to put this one out?" And I'm like, "Nah, I got to. I invested in the time to make these episodes happen." So we are kind of coming into the last few months from this point where a lot of things have changed. And so this week I'm actually releasing a pre-recorded episode from about 4 or 5 months ago with the one and only villain himself, the stepdad, chocolate daddy, all the names he gives himself, Alexander Kay. And, our relationship has definitely shifted, especially after my roast, which is also on YouTube right now if you look up the roast of Shawn Kay the Showman. But this is actually predated to the current standards of our friendship or relationship. I haven't spoke to him since the night of my roast. So, and in doing so that night, I, was no longer on Air Don't Care. So we're kind of at the catch-up point, and I think this is the last evolution of when you see the setup before it gets to this point now, right here. So go ahead, turn your speakers up. It's going to be interesting. Here is my past friendship episode with Alexander Kay.
You can do it all. You can.
Do it all, baby.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to the Metro Icon Podcast. I'm your host, Shawn Kay the Showman, and you know what we do on this show. We talk about the world of entertainment and media and the icons that live in it. And I'm bringing another icon back for his round 2 episode because things have changed, ladies and gentlemen. And we are doing more things together. And we're going to talk about it just a little bit. So without further ado, y'all, give it up one more time for the villain himself, the stepdad. It is Alexander Kay.
Yeah. I'm back.
Like I tell many of my guests, that is what a round of applause sounds like, Alexander Kay. That's what it sounds like.
That's what's up.
What's good with you, cuz? It took you a grand minute to get your ass over here, but shit, you made it happen.
I made it happen, man.
Chilling on this Saturday, and cheers to you, sir. I appreciate you helping to pick up that bottle so that we had our flow of juice for the sauce that we're bringing on this show.
Word.
What's good with you? So in case for people, anybody that don't know, Alexander Kay has now come into more of the flow of operations of the other podcast shows that we got going on, including On Air Don't Care, and come on as a part of the new co-host lineup, but main co-host, and it's been a fun flow. I think it's been a new dynamic, a new flow that's been really driving a lot more dynamic to On Air Don't Care. Because one thing for damn show, Alexander don't give a fuck. He don't give a fuck at all, yeah. And but other than that, man, we got some shows coming up outside of the live streams that we've been putting on with On Air Don't Care. And we gonna talk some shit. We gonna talk some bullshit right now.
Definitely.
And the world of what's going on at Alexander Kay. What's going on with you and was it Shonda? What's her name?
Oh, Tandra. Hi, Tandra.
Hey, Tandra.
How you doing? Nah, man, let me explain that real quick, man. Tandra is, I said Tandra. Tandra is a beautiful woman. She's beautiful. But I fumbled the ball, bro. I fumbled the ball.
I don't think you've ever explained what you actually did.
We went out on a few dates, and man, something in me, I wanted to give her the time that she wanted, but like man, right now, okay, this is crazy because like one of my friends was like, yo, I showed this lady your picture and she wants to meet you. And right then and there, I told him, nah, bro, it's not a good idea. Because right now, I'm very in tune with what I'm trying to accomplish. I would be wasting her time. And that's what happened with Tundra. I'm very engulfed in what I'm doing.
Right.
And I wasted Tundra's time. You know what I'm saying? So, I think she might be dating somebody right now, and that's cool. I want her to be happy, man. You know what I'm saying? Because she's a beautiful woman, but I fumbled the ball. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you know, I mean, if she ever could have me, if she ever could have me back, cool.
But you fumbled you say you fumbled the ball, but like, what is it that Tundra did or presented that showed you like, oh shit, she's actually like a real type of woman, like someone that you can vibe with? Like, it seems like there was maybe some discovery that happened after said fact.
Nah, it was all me, bro. It was all me. It's more like dude. I have like the way that I love a woman, bro. Is fucked up. It's strange, man, because like I didn't grow up with a lot of like I was never like the popular guy at school. Going down the hallway, getting hugs from girls and shit. That wasn't me. You know what I'm saying? I was getting clowned on, getting made fun of all the time. So I never really experienced a girlfriend until I was grown.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
I feel you.
And it's just a lot of things that maybe I should know, I don't know. And it's hard for me to get my feelings out to somebody, man, because you know what I'm saying? It's just like, I've never had great examples of that in my life. You know what I'm saying? And Tundra, man, I'm not gonna lie, dude, that woman got in the car with me. Like our second date, our second official date. She got in the car with me and drove from Dallas to Norman, Oklahoma, so I can get in a comedy contest, bro.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. Like, that's crazy.
That's a real ride.
That's a real ride. Yeah. So she deserves way more attention than what I gave her. You know what I'm saying?
I feel that, man.
She deserves that.
I'll tell you this right now because, like, you know, Pilar, she actually just came with me. Like, I had my first comedy gig in Austin at Ty Wynn's spot, which was fucking just a jump. It was mad fun, right?
Right.
And Pilar decided to come with me, just make some contacts, kind of feel a little Austin vibe. But I was like, babe, like, while I'm out there, because the show was on Sunday, and I'm like, while I'm out there, like, if I just stick around one more day, I can do the Monday, like, mic roll, try and get on Kill Tony, Mothership, all that.
Right.
You know? And she simply came, like, not only to kind of just support it, but, like, also, like, see it in full action. Like, understand the culture and community of what the comedy scene is like in Austin. Right? And understand, like, why I do it. And, like, all these dudes, right, that are, like, going up, like, 250 motherfuckers, hopeless ass dudes, trying to get 1 minute of time where the possibility of them fucking destroying a career before it even begins can very well be a possibility for the chance to do well and be acknowledged on a very, very large platform.
Right.
So, like, she came through for that, and, like, I'll tell you this, like, we went out the night before, and then after the scenes, like, I took her to this one karaoke spot, and she ended up meeting, like, this girl with these two guys that were Mexican. So, like, she heard them talking Spanish, and she's like, oh, yeah, me habla español, tú, whatever. And, like, then they became, like, all right and hanging out and all this kind of shit.
Right.
And then they invited us to, like, a late night, like, Latin spot, like an after 2 a.m. spot. And we were out and about. And the problem is, with her being Mexican, she cannot deny a drink. Like, if somebody gives her a drink, she just got to take it. So what happened is, like, she woke up feeling like shit.
Ooh.
But and I'm even like, yo, I'm like, if you're feeling too bad, like, we can head back home, early. Like, I totally get it because like you're feeling like shit. But she's like, no, we're here. Like, we gotta stick this through because you never know if the opportunity can come for you. Like, if this is your night.
Wow.
And she stuck through the whole thing.
Uh-huh.
Like she couldn't even hold nothing down. Like water, club soda, like it just had her feeling like shit. But she stuck it through, and that's kind of like testament to like Pilar always being that ride or die. You know what I mean?
Right.
And understanding like my grind and what I do for like myself and like my own peace and my own progression in the game that I'm in. And so it just kind of gave me a perspective where I'm like, man, it seems like Tandra's kind of like on that flow and level. Because what does Tandra do for work?
She's a school teacher.
Shit.
Yeah, that's exactly, bro. So
like, what does she teach, young or old?
Younger kids. Yeah. So it's
and you know her attitude probably like fucking kids.
man. This is the second. She's about the second school teacher that I've dated, and the thing is this, man.
You say you got a type, Alex?
Nah, not really. But it just happened that way, man. But my theory is this though with school teachers, like if you are a man that wants like good sex, you gotta date a school teacher
or a
that has badass kids, or a nurse that has badass kids. Cause when she come in the house, she ready. Like pull your shit out, let's get ready. You know what I'm saying? Like I had a bad day,
or
pull
Mexican
it up.
or Latina, they're just the same. I've got like low key, bro. Like I've been saying this as part of a bit, but this is real talk. Like I didn't understand that I would not be able to really match up to my fiance's sexual capacity.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like I'm not able to match up to it. Like she hot, ready, like good. You know what I'm saying?
Little Caesars.
Like when I'm gone, she misses me, and when I come back, she shows me that she misses me. Right.
Right.
But I be coming back from the grind, so my ass just be tired. I'm like, and when like she's trying to like get you like all riled up, hot and ready to go, like, and then I'm just like, I just can't deliver. I just can't deliver what you're looking for. You know what I mean?
You gotta put in that work. But man, back to Tandra though, man. Like, it's just I fucked up, bro. Let's just put it that way. I fucked up, and the time she really needed me to give her this attention, man, I had so much shit going through my brain, suffering from like losses and shit like that, and trying to do what we do right now, like trying to figure out the ins and outs of it, man. It's just like I got so engulfed with those thoughts that I didn't pay attention to her. And, she recognized that and she's like, hey, I'm gonna fall back. And, I play with her because I like her. You know what I'm saying? And she responds to it or whatnot, but I wish her the best. Right, you know what I'm saying? I really do.
Sounds like she got love for you though, like in the same respect where she wishes you the best ultimately.
Yeah.
But she definitely got your ass missing her real good. She definitely got you like a little bit capped, missing her a little bit.
Oh yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. She's a beautiful woman, bro. You know what I'm saying? So.
Hey, y'all, you ain't keeping in touch or anything like that?
No, I don't have her. Man, look, man. I learned this shit from one of my late relationships from a long time ago. I don't care what. Don't remember a woman's phone number, bro. Don't never remember a woman's phone number.
Don't ever memorize it?
Don't never memorize it. When she say it's over, delete that shit out your phone right then and there.
Yeah.
Because like, as men, we gonna try. You know what I'm saying? But what we try at the wrong times. You know what I'm saying? You ain't tried shit in 5 months. All of a sudden, it's like, damn, girl, what's up? And then, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, now she got your shit on social media. Look at this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I ain't, nah, dog. You tell me to leave you alone, I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I 100% feel that, but I also feel like that men are like natural, very emotional beings.
Yeah.
And we have, call it just whatever, societal pressures, upbringing, whatever it may be. But the lot of commonality, like strain for a lot of men, is to really filter their emotional like stances, right?
Right.
But pop a couple,
Yeah, you get that curse juice in you.
yeah, pop a couple, a couple little juicy glasses,
Ain't no telling what you gonna say.
You have no idea what's gonna happen because your ass is gonna be like, hey, you know what? I haven't talked to this one in a long time. Let me just see what she's doing.
And that's when you get bold. What you do? I'm finna come through. You ain't been over there in 6 months, bro. Leave that girl alone, bro.
You think she been missing you, bro? No,
No.
That's your ego.
Yeah.
That is your ego.
She done moved on. You know what I'm saying?
You want her to miss you, but she don't. She don't move on.
Right,
6 minutes after she cut it off with you. Because she had 3 other guys already in the lineup.
Exactly.
Like, where she's like, all right, like, it's straight if the shit don't work out.
If it don't work out,
it's straight.
I got standby, so it's...
So, you know what, man? But I also believe in serendipity. So maybe, there is a place and time for Alexander K and Tundra to come back. You know what? I think, and this is just even as a friendly gesture, I think that you need to just push a casual invite for November 15th.
I have. I have. I wanted to be like Magic, where she just walks in and then everything goes slow and she walks in.
Is Tundra your cookie?
Huh?
Is Tundra your cookie?
Tundra my cookie?
Yeah, like Magic. Are you talking about Magic Johnson?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking about whole Magic Johnson and his wife Cookie.
Oh, no.
Because you ever watch the show?
Oh, that show on the I don't know why they got rid of that show, man.
Well, it lasted 3 seasons, but I think that's because it was just literally telling the prime of that dynasty and what was going on. I don't think there was really much extension to that story.
No, I think that was an inside job. Like, yo, cut that shit off. Shit was about to get wild.
It was saying too much.
Cut it off. Son.
Yeah, I just think that like one thing that I wanted to see though was like Magic Johnson's flow of life after finding out he had AIDS and like how he was like dealing with it. But have you ever seen that South Park episode that talked about them curing AIDS?
Nah, I remember the episode with Jared from Subway, and then he was like, I have AIDS. And they were like, he has AIDS.
Yeah.
But what he was saying was he had helpers.
No,
that's another sick motherfucker too, though, bro.
Yeah, oh no, he's just like honestly, bro. Like, there's a whole documentary about that.
Yeah,
and I watched it. It is crazy. Like the like that chick that put him on full exposure, recorded all those calls, shit that he was saying. I'm like, damn. You know what I mean? Like, it's sick. It's sad. But going back to the South Park episode, it was like pretty much like they realized like Magic Johnson no longer had AIDS in his body because he sleeps next to $8 million every single night. And so if you have $8 million and you inject it directly into your bloodstream, you're able to cure your AIDS.
Wow.
So that was pretty much what it is. Because homie's just hanging out now. I don't think. Yeah. He might have his low key health problems. And,
I'm pretty sure there's things we don't see in front of us that but we also gotta
locked in that contract.
We gotta remember, man. That man's mind, his financial state of mind, probably is why he's still here today. Sure. You know what I'm saying? Living. I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't own a piece of Pfizer. You know what I'm saying? And they we got these new HIV meds. Check this out.
All begins. All these dudes and stuff like that, especially athletes that are coming into crazy amount of money.
Right.
They're having advisors and be like, hey, put this money into this, and right now, who's doing it the best? Shaq.
Oh, Shaq. Shaq is crazy, big.
I had a chance to meet him at Bitter End in Deep Ellum. And I remember when I met, and it was right after Metro Icon ended, and me and Pilar went to Bitter End. We were just smoking some hookah and chilling, and literally close out our tab, getting ready to leave, come out of our booth. All of a sudden, this 7'5" fucking huge motherfucker walks in, and I shit you not, dog. Like I see him, and my little initial reaction was, "Oh man, it's Shaq!" Like that's literally what I said out loud, and all he did was like,
I'm Shaq.
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? And just like walk, like he just kept walking, right? And then they had a DJ that was there that like he was being extra loud about it. He was like, "Fuck out of here! Shit coming on my night. This is God. God talking to me. I'm God talking to me right now. Shit coming on my night." I'm like, "Bro, shut up!" Like, you know what I mean? Like, and then you know, Shaq DJs too and stuff like that. So like,
Right.
dude, like straight like walked right into his booth, right? And like security was like trying to hold him back. Shaq's like, it's okay, it's a DJ. I'll show love to DJ because he like, he's a DJ now too, DJ Diesel and shit.
Yeah.
And this dude was like, you can just tell he was hella obnoxious, right? And I'm just like, oh, I'm not getting a picture. Like, there's no way I'm getting a picture. But I'm very calculated how I am with like celebrities.
Yeah.
I don't know how you are. Like, if you've ever met a celebrity.
Oh yeah, I've met a lot, man. But I can't, man. I hate asking people for shit. And Payday, Mike Danielson, my manager, he's man, that
Which,
dude.
by the way, please do not do any for this motherfucker.
Don't do it alone. No, but Mike is very photogenic, man. Like he's gonna get the not photogenic in a sense.
I don't
but
know about photogenic. He makes the same damn face in every goddamn photo.
I'm gonna say he knows how to corner people to get photos.
Yeah.
And every time, dog, I've met Scarface one time. Did you get a picture? No, I'm sorry.
You didn't know it's because it's white. He's white and friendly.
Probably so.
Yeah.
And you know what? Another thing, I listen to a lot of comedians' podcasts, a lot of podcasts from other comedians, and you always hear, "Yeah, I was at this club and these people just bothering me," and I'm like, "Oh, don't approach that motherfucker." You know what I'm saying? Like you just learn these lessons, and then it's like, so when I was in Atlanta, and I did that comedy show in Atlanta, and T.I. did a set.
Yeah, right.
Everybody was taking pictures with him, and they was like, "Oh yeah, oh shit, T.I." All I did was like, "Yo, T.I." And I just threw up the deuces. Like, hey, I respect you, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not coming over there talking to you. I'm not asking for no picture. We all took a group photo.
Right.
That was good enough for me.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like you in the frame.
Yeah, that was
Gucci.
good enough for me.
And I'm the same way because it's kind of like people forget that they are people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they have achieved an accolade that, allowed you to know about their ass and shit.
Yeah.
But, like, you treat them, like, give them general respect.
Right.
So I came in and I was like, I straight up walked to the security guard and I said, "Hey, look, man, listen, like, I don't need to take a picture with him and stuff. All I want to do is say thank you. That's all I want to do is just to say thank you." And Shaq heard it and he's like, "Hey, come on, you can come on here, bro," you know? And then I literally just went and low key though, Pilar was the real one, right?
Oh yeah.
She's standing in the back recording the scenes like me talking to him. So I pretty much told him because I watch a lot of like motivational speaks or talks or like clips and all that kind of shit.
Oh yeah.
And
me too.
so I was like, "Hey Shaq," I was like, I watch a lot of motivational stuff to like help build my drive forward, and I just wanted to say thank you for like everything, not only that you have accomplished and what you have done for just a lot of people out there. I was like, but I want to thank you for like the story of telling you about your first $1 million. Like, I don't know if you know the story, but pretty much like he talks about him making his first $1 million when he signed with Orlando Magic, like a signing bonus, had in his account, and goes buys like a brand new like Mercedes, $150,000, comes back to the crib. His dad's like, "Where's my Mercedes?" So he goes back to the dealership, buys another $150,000 Mercedes, comes back. Mom's like, "Where's mine?" And then so he goes in. He's like, "All right, $450,000 he just dropped," and then goes to the mall, buys a bunch of jewelry for his boys and all that kind of shit, and buys like a few more things, and like pretty much like racked up, like I'd say like $800,000, and then his like money manager pretty much calls him. He's like, "Bro, you now in the negative, and understanding like not that you have to pay taxes on all this shit."
Yeah.
And from there, Shaq like understands that he needs to like re-educate himself on his money management, goes back to college, gets his MBA, you know, and then what happens from there, bro? Like this dude now has like well over 24 businesses, probably is a spokesperson and an ambassador for like how many different like companies and brands and all this kind of shit.
Damn.
You know, and to the point where like now it's like he's beyond rich, where it's like figuring out the mode of wealth, right? And so kind of like I was just giving my thanks, and I'm just like I haven't even made like $1 million or anything like that, but it has set a precedence in me of how I look forward at my finances and how I look forward at my growth and my progressions and thinking about a lot of these variables, because I know a blessing is coming.
Yeah.
And real talk, he was like, I believe that I believe you can come forward too, man. Appreciate you, bro. I'm glad that it like provided like you know, like just real. It was like real, you know, and clapped it up with him and shit. Like fucking his hand like wrapped over my hand like four times and shit like that.
Right.
You know, like clap it up with him, but his like fingers are still like in your forearm and shit. Like
damn.
It was crazy, man. Like, but that man is a Goliath. You know, he's a Goliath.
Oh yeah.
Too, you know. Yeah. So we got to pay like, you know, homage to that. But man, let's talk a little bit about what you got coming up, man. We have Villain and Friends.
Yeah, Villain and Friends, 3. Man. Villain and Friends 3.
And you finally came to your damn senses and put the showman as your damn host.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like
for sure.
It was about time, because I told you this right now. After Villain and Friends 1, I was like, listen, bro. I was like, as much as I love being on this card. And I felt I had a great segment.
Yeah, it was a great segment. And shout out to Ashley Watson. She did a dope job.
She did a great job.
She did a great job.
But I knew that I could navigate the show differently.
Yeah.
And what it needed. And I was like, you know, and to the flow, and also building up to what was coming. Yeah. You know, she also like went up to the stage with no shoes and shit like that.
Yeah, that's how she does her comedy. Yeah. She's a real man. I remember when I first met her, man. I did this show at this comedy club in Ardmore, Oklahoma called Gushers. It's no longer anymore. The owners lost the place. It was inside of a hotel. Nice club though. Nice club. And she was the headliner. And I was middle. I can't remember who opened. No. Matt Farrell was the headliner. She was middle. I was the opener. Let me take that back. I killed, man. You know what I'm saying? And I was like pretty fresh.
5?
Huh?
You had 5?
No, I had about like 10, 15.
Oh shit, as the opener?
Yeah.
But solid.
It was a nice show. It was us 3, but it was a nice show. And she came out, man, but she had this energy about her. You know what I'm saying? And she got a fat ass. Nah. But you know, she had this energy about it. I was like, yo,
this. Well, what do we properly call a good fat ass? She had yamage. She had that
yamage. Yeah, she had yamage, man. She was on stage doing her thing, and we started talking after the club. But man, I'm gonna tell you, she was on John, man. She was on Blue Label Johnny the whole night. Blue Label came with me. He rode with me.
Word?
Yeah, he rode me. She was in his face the whole night. I was like, yo, Blue Label, you want to spend a night in Oklahoma? You might get some. You know what I'm saying? I'll wait for you, bro. You might get some. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm just kidding. But I thought I made a love connection there for a minute. I was like, yo, Blue Label Johnny, bro, she like you.
You know damn well, Blue Label Johnny is beyond ever falling in love anymore.
Yeah, I think
he's done with that. He's done with that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I would be shocked, absolutely shocked, if John came to me. He's like, man, I met this woman, and you know, like, dude, like, it's just different or whatever. Like, I just do not see that in him no more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he's just flowing through life, understanding like where it is. He's not trying to create something that might make a third kid. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
You know, he's and his kids are grown now. He don't got to worry about shit. And
yeah, I'm almost there. I got a 16-year-old, man. 2 more years, but
wait, you have a kid?
Yeah, bro. I got a daughter.
What the fuck? How did I not know you had a kid, bro?
Yeah, I only got one. And I remember this lady, man. I worked with this Hispanic lady one time. And she was like, how many kids you have? I said, I have one. And she was like, that you know of. Dog, she used to say some underlining racist shit.
Wait,
I was
who's
like, this lady I used to work with a long time ago. And I used to, you know what I'm saying? But shout out to my daughter, Latasha, man. Yeah, she's 16, man. She don't really like me no more, but...
Man, you know... Why?
Man, it's that teenage shit, dog. It's just that, like, ugh, gross. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's really what it is, you think?
Yeah, I believe so, bro. I believe when she gets like more in her 20s, she gonna break away from that, man, because she used to be all on me, man. She used to kiss me and all kind of, and I can't get none of that no more. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
it's hard, but it's like, all right. I had to learn how to fall back and just be like, do your thing. I'm gonna be right here, but do your thing.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
If you need me, you know I got you.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna press to like try and earn your affection or your love. You know, like if you ain't there anymore, like it is what it is. But like, do you ever, like, do you communicate it to her that like I am your father, so it does make me sad?
I did. I used to.
Okay.
I used to. But then I just got to a point where it was kind of like I was going tit for tat. Like, hey, if this is how you want to be, let me show you. Because I'm the best. You know what I'm saying? I am the pettiest. Like, you know what I'm saying? But then I had to learn how to, I had to stop doing that.
Yeah.
So.
That's I you know, obviously like never been married, don't know, have no kids, but you see my circumstances now.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And I have a very, very unique and beautiful relationship with all three of my fiance's kids.
And that's dope. Know? That's dope.
And like I keep it very real with them, you know? But like to the point though too, where like when I'm mad or I'm frustrated, like they know full well, you know what I mean? Like I do not hold it back. Like I've seen them play like little imaginative games and they want me to like play with them and shit, and I'd be like, this is a dumbass game. Like, why are you doing this? This makes no sense, you know? But they take what I have to say. I would say sometimes they take what I have to say a little bit more seriously than when they do with their own mom. But at the same time, like if they ain't taking their mom serious, like they see me being like, oh, like you just gonna make your mom repeat herself again? You gonna do that? You know what I mean? Right. Like they know that like I'm gonna be there for them and all that, but like they know that my primary role is to make their mom happy. But part of what makes their mom the happiest is seeing them do well. And so obviously I'm going to be like a little bit of a catalyst and support point to like be there for them because it's what brings her joy.
Right,
know?
Right.
But I'll be real as fuck with these kids, man. I don't give a shit. You know.
All right, I mean, you got to, man. You got to.
Yeah.
I remember.
Are you cool with the baby mama?
Oh yeah, yeah. Me and my daughter's mom get along. We have a great co-parenting relationship. We really do.
That's great.
And I even have a relationship with her husband. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so she got remarried?
Yeah, she's married.
Okay.
So we're all cool. Everybody's cool. I got a relationship with the rest of her kids. We're all cool. But man, one thing I will say, man, is like you know, I think I kept it real with my daughter as much as I could throughout the years. Mm-hmm. Like, I remember when my daughter turned 12, I'm just going to be honest, I saw her developing, and I was like, oh, shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I see you one day, you flat as hell. I see you the next day, and it's like, boom, 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 boom. It's like, no. Yeah.
Lord, no.
Yeah. So, I remember when she turned 12, man, we went out. I have a sister that lives in Weatherford, Texas. And we drove out to Weatherford to go see her aunt, my sister. And when we were driving back, I was like, hey, I need to talk to you. Look, you're about to go to the 6th grade. These boys about to get real disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? And I told her, I was like, this is the shit you're going to hear. Do not respond to none of that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And when I was telling her, because I was saying what I had to say, I was like, you know, dudes might come up to you and be like, damn, Tasha, when you going to give me some of that pussy? You know, and she looked at me like, ugh. Like I was like, that's what's gonna happen. I was like, look, I was at that age. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what's gonna happen. So I'm telling you, you need to hear it from me. You know what I'm saying? Because if I don't keep it real with you, ain't nobody
who
gonna.
else is,
Who else gonna? You know what I'm saying? So I've kept it real with my daughter, you know, every stage that I could. You know what I'm saying? So she knows the deal. And
Who the fuck at the door right now? Hey, who at the door? I don't know who that is. But like, no, no. What you said though is so real, man. Because it's like my mentor, is this black dude named Mars, and he has 2 beautiful twin daughters. Who the fuck is that? Who is that? Okay. Hey, they need to relax. Hey, tell them to relax. Hey, tell them not to ring the doorbell and knock on the door like we owe them money or something. Alright? Come in this house with respect, shit. You know, but like it's funny, like he 2 daughters and like his you know he's black. His former wife, their mother is like a beautiful, you know, blonde, blue-eyed woman. So they're like them ivory twins. You know what I mean? Athletic, very, you know, like just really well kept. Now they're like in high school, like about to graduate and shit. You know, I've known them since they were kids. You know, and I remember he was telling me like a story of like them inviting like friends over to like, you know, like to their house and stuff, like hang out in the basement, whatever.
Right.
And some boys like came over to the house, and then they like walked in, and then like he's sitting on the sofa, so it's like you got to walk past the sofa to get to the basement. And then so they're like, hi, Mr. Longhorn. I'm David. And then his first reaction's like, and he's like intense as shit. Like he can be very intimidating, you know? And he's like, who the fuck are you? You know, like just like straight up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, that's exactly how I be. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, like straight up Bad Boys 2. When Reggie came over to the house, you know what I mean? Like, you know, like I would be the same exact way. Like, how do you think you would respond? Like, I mean, your daughter's 16. Has she talked to you about boys at all?
No, she hasn't. She hasn't. And I don't. My daughter is like me, man. She's like me. When she likes something, she's engulfed into that. She said stubborn as fuck. But she engulfs us, and she's a nerd, bro.
Oh, okay.
Man, that girl is an avid reader. Like
the best quality.
Yeah, she reads a lot.
I wish I had that quality.
She makes excellent grades in school, man. She's a junior, and schools are like already hitting her up, you know, about where she wants to go to college.
No, hell yeah.
And
I mean, listen, dude. One thing I know about these colleges, they have a diversity quota they got to fill. You know what I mean?
and I'm very blessed that she's that way, and I pray that once she gets to college, she doesn't lose that, because so many people start out like that,
right?
And then they get to a new situation.
I don't think like she will though. Like, I mean, not to say that like I know her in any sense, but. You know, if that's a trait that's been ingrained for however long that she's been growing up, she's that close to her adulthood. I don't think it's going to be something. I mean, will her level of distractions increase? 100%.
Yeah.
But I don't think that like that trait is necessarily going to leave her. So I don't think it's something that you need to personally worry. But obviously, you know, you are a father, so you know you're going.
Yeah. So
worry about shit.
Yeah, but all I could do, man, is just like. You know, she didn't grow up in the house with me. You know what I'm saying? And I wish it was different. You know what I'm saying? But me and her mother was never together. You know what I'm saying? And you know, all I can do at this stage and forever is just tell her as real as it's gonna be. Right, you know what I'm saying? Right. And not sugarcoat it. Because that's all that I know. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't even, man. My lessons in life, man, I learned a lot of shit from my dad because I lived with my dad. But I learned a lot of shit indirectly. You know what I'm saying?
You mean like learning from his mistakes?
Right.
Yes. I 100% testify to that.
Yeah.
My father was no role model.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? and everything I feel like I know, like how I am as a man right now and today, is like what he did not do,
Right.
and what like he didn't present, and like you know, and not to say that my dad is a bad man. He's not. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, no, I ain't saying that
it's
either.
just like you. It's like, you know, our parents know. They only know what they know. They do the best they can with what they know.
Yeah.
And you know, like, you know, the stress of life, you know, will take its toll for them to like emotionally react in certain situations in a certain way and whatever it may be. Regardless, as I got older into my adulthood, I was like, okay, you know, this is not like ideal. It's not
Right.
what you want
Right.
as something that you want to present for yourself. So it's like there's so much of what my dad had done like throughout my up, and like I would say a lot of who I am as a man is actually more testament to my mom.
Right.
My mom has taught me more how to be a man than my dad did.
I'm gonna put it this way with me, man. I had two good parents.
Mm-hmm.
I did.
Likewise.
I did. Me and my mom, we really don't get along that well.
Really?
Yeah.
My mom's voice.
And I believe my theory about it is when you hear stories and you hear things like that, you know what I'm saying? I changed the dynamic of my mom's life because I'm the firstborn. My mom was very young.
How many siblings you have?
Huh? 3.
Okay.
I have 2 brothers. I have one sister from, you know, she's not from my mom. Me and my 3 brothers are my dad and my mom.
Got you. Okay.
But then my sister has her own mom, you know. But I believe that I changed the dynamic of my mother's life. Like, she probably had plans, and then it was like, oh, I'm pregnant, you know what I'm saying? And her and my dad tried to be together and work, and it didn't really work like that. You know what I mean? It didn't really, and they were together until I was like about 12 before they split up. You know, me and my brothers, because me and my brothers are all 2 years apart from each other. Like,
Gotcha.
my brother Kevin is 2 years apart, and then my brother Leonard is 4 years apart from me. You know what I'm saying? But I think that I learned a lot of life indirectly from both of my parents. The way that they were, the way I was treated, you know what I'm saying? And I love my pops, man. I do. I talk about him in my jokes because I love the man. You know what I'm saying? And I always looked up to him. But my dad's weakness was women, bro. Like, he would,
Too many men.
yeah, he would put everything for a woman first before he took care of what he needed to take care of. You know what I'm saying?
For his own shit.
And then it would blow up in his face.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I saw that and I learned that. You know what I'm saying? And then that kind of refers back to Tundra. You know what I'm saying? I don't have those loving feelings because I'm always thinking like, okay, what you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm standoffish. You know, and it's hard, man, but you know.
I mean, you figure out the balance. I mean, like,
Yeah.
ultimately, like we said, like, you know, your parents try the best they can with what they know, and you know, they got to navigate their life because it's like, if they ain't good, they ain't taking care of their own shit, they ain't not gonna be able to take care of anybody else anyway. But whichever case, like, you know, it is. I will say, this is my comedy bullshit coming out right now, but I'm like, it is very refreshing to hear about a black man having a good relationship with his father.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah. A lot of black men have good relationships. You know what, man? I got to shout out to all my black friends. Like, excellent fathers. Every guy that I know. Shout out my man Dog Wonder, aka Los. Shout out my man Classic, aka Ken. Shout out my boy Terry. Shout out, man, I got too many to name, man.
Right.
But let me just give examples. Carlos, excellent his daughter loves the shit out of him. Cause I've seen this man just be the best father he could be with little to nothing and just put it together. You know what I'm saying? I've seen my man Class be the best father he could be, work his ass off and really pay attention to his daughter. You know what I'm saying? And now he has a younger son now. Man, I seen my man Terra. His rap name is Terra, but he goes by Tay. That man don't have biological kids, but he was with a woman and he loved her kids. To this day,
I relate to that motherfucker.
her kids are grown. Her kids are grown, and that's the only dad that they know. You get what I'm saying?
And you know what? I mean, it's similar. I mean, like my fiance's kid, she did. That was one thing, and when you talked about, you were like, "Oh, I have a great relationship with my baby mama's new husband," and I'm like, that was a big part of like my relationship with Pilar. I'm like, I don't want to deal with that. I'm not balancing that. I'm not dealing with that. But I guess call it. I mean, this dude he's something else, and I'm not even gonna give him any type of light of promotion of who he is. But he has zero relationship. I mean, he was the worst type of individual. Put Pilar through every facet and type of abuse you can think of, and every psychological point, every type of abuse. Pilar, being the mother that she is, shielded her kids from being able to witness any of that. And that's why they are as great as they are. The only one who knows maybe a degree is the oldest, Emmy, right? But even then, like, it is shaped a lot to who he is. Now it's like, they have zero relationship with him, right? And it's like, he has no presence. He's never contributed. He's never tried to help take care of them. And then, like, now, like, if some random time or moment he just tries to give them a call, they're like, why the fuck is he calling me? You know, like, that's pretty much the reaction, you know? And, like, I have only been in their lives for little over 3 years now. Pretty much a little over 3 years. And I have already been in their lives more than their own biological father their entire life.
And that's what's up, man. And just know you don't need any kind of merit. You don't need any kind of wars.
No.
It's just it is shout out to Dwayne. That's my daughter's mom's husband. Man, dog. He's a father to my daughter. You know what I'm saying? He's a father to her. You know what I'm saying? And I gotta respect that. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I ain't never heard nothing foul. I ain't never heard, oh, he did this to your daughter. Blah. I ain't never heard none of that.
Or your daughter witnessing any type of maltreatment to
her mother. And me and him talk. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm just saying, man, black men general, you got to get on board, man, with your kids and everybody that's involved in their lives.
You have to, like, I'm not even gonna say it's just black men. I think men, you need to put your ego aside when the circumstances are beyond you. You know what I'm saying? Like, where you have dependence that you have to build your circumstances around to create a balanced life, no matter what the situation is.
No matter what this, I remember one New Year's, man, I texted Dwayne. I texted him and I was like, yo, Dwayne, man, Happy New Year, bro. Thank you. I told him straight up, thank you, bro. Cause you providing a house for my daughter, for a room for her to sleep. You know what I'm saying? I know you have to discipline her. Yeah, you love her and
respect her.
Yeah.
As if, like, you know, in the same way I look at my daughter, I feel like you look at her too.
Right.
That's love, dude. I love hearing that, man. I really do. I don't need no damn credit from.
Yeah, you don't need it, but it's good to have. It's good to have.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He'll never say thank you to me because his ego's so out of whack. He knows that I'm a better man. His mom knows, his whole family knows that I'm a better man, and I'm built different. Right. And he's literally had to witness his daughters running into my arms with excitement that they don't have for him.
Right.
And it's like and it's not like I take it with pride, but like, hey man, like, listen, bro, like, you reap what you sow, cuz.
Yeah.
But like, you know damn well he ain't trying to have no conversation with me. I ain't shaking his hand. I ain't giving him nothing. I'm not trying to even say how are you, because I don't give a fuck. Like he's like that type of person. So like for me, it's refreshing and to hear about that type of like dynamic that has created a pure balance for your child, and that y'all as adults have been able to really create a safe like environment.
It really does take a village, bro.
It does take a village.
It does, man.
And in that, before we go to the point, that's what we got to say. Don't do it alone.
Don't do it alone. Call Mike.
No, fuck that.
I ain't
Don't
gonna do
call
all
Mike.
shit.
Just don't do it alone. It just takes a village, y'all. That's what it is.
Yeah, and shout out to Mike. Excellent father.
Excellent father.
Excellent father.
Absolutely excellent father. I would shout out Mike. Mike might be a better father than he is a real estate agent, but he's also a great real estate agent. That being said, what we're going to do right now, actually, we're going to take a good break. We're going to take a short break right now. We'll come right back, talk to Alexander Kay, because this conversation been real, y'all. We'll be right back.
Right.
All right, guys, let's be real for a second, all right? Because most of y'all, when you happen to look down at your cell phone screen or maybe, you know, those glasses wears, you see that grudge or dirt and smudge all over your lenses. We're all doing the same thing. We're just using the bottom of our shirts and trying to clean that off, all right? It is not the correct way, but, you know, it's the easiest, most convenient. Go ahead and fix that problem. Still keeping it convenient with InsiderCloth.com. This is the last microfiber cloth you will ever need, y'all. Conveniently in white and black that comfortably sits on the bottom inside of your shirt. They also come with 3 styles of temporary, semi-temporary, and permanent, which even with the permanent ones, you can still remove and replace. But either way, you can go ahead and see exactly how you are going to bring more functionality to your everyday tops wardrobe. Even a lot of my jackets, my blazers, and just hoodies and stuff, I have insider cloth sitting at the bottom. And when I kind of happen to feel that it's there, it is just a good feeling. So you can get yours. Go to insidercloth.com. Put in the promo code DIACloth. That's DIACLOTH. Get 10% off your first order. See it for what it is. This is an amazing cool little like office birthday gift, and you know, just that little functionality. Maybe you have an event, you want to do promotional gift idea to those patrons that are coming through. You know what? You can even get your own custom insider cloth apparel wear with a box and everything branded with your company. So just go ahead and go to insidercloth.com, mention the Metro Icon podcast, get hooked up on that deal, or put in the promo code DIACloth. And of course, my guy, Teddy Johnson, he is doing some serious work right now around DFW with all these crazy storms that are coming through. Every person I've recommended, not all of them got their roof fixed. He will give you an honest response. And on top of that, if there is significant damage, he will be the guy to not only take care of that deal, the headaches from all the insurance companies, he's also the guy to give you the best return of result, the highest quality products with the greatest quality service. Go ahead and get a free consultation from him right now. Email him at teddyj.dkcontracting@gmail.com. Mention the Metro Icon podcast. I promise you, regardless, even if you don't mention the Metro Icon podcast, Teddy's going to look out for you, all right? And of course, whether it's your next live event, you know, whether it's a wedding, birthday, quinceañera, private corporate event, networking event, maybe you need to do a silent disco fundraiser. It's an event, y'all. You're trying to create memories, and no one does it more elite than over here at Doitall Entertainment. Make sure you guys check us out at doitallive.com. Lots of videos and promos on YouTube if you search Doitall Entertainment, or otherwise shoot us an email or inquiry of your next event to info@doitallentertainment.com, and mention the Metro Icon podcast. I promise you I'll convince Timmy to give you a good deal on that next event. And of course, for your next video production needs, maybe you are thinking about starting a podcast. Maybe you're looking to get some social media created done. Maybe you need a voiceover done. DIA Media is your go-to for all your media production needs and creative consultation. Shoot us an email at diamediapro@gmail.com and let us know what you need. And if we can't do it, we will definitely guide you to somebody who can take care of what you need for your next media project. All right. Let's get back to this show. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, with the Metro Icon podcast. I'm Shawn Kay the Showman, of course, talking with the homie, this guy, the villain, the stepdad, Alexander Kay, ladies and gentlemen. And
Fees up.
we took a much longer short break than I anticipated because me and this dude got a lot to talk about, man. Like, there's just too much happening that we're doing together that it's hard not to talk about
For sure.
the wave and this new frequency that's just happening in this circle, right?
Yeah.
So like one thing I wanna kind of talk about. I mean, obviously I'm grateful and I'm getting the opportunity to host Villain and Friends 3 at Plano House of Comedy on November 15th, right?
For sure.
And I told you last time after Villain and Friends 1, I say, listen, man, you had a great host, but you need me for this show. And
Yeah.
I told you, and you know, you've seen enough of my acumen now to understand as a comedian and as an MC, like that's what I do. You know what I mean?
For
so
sure.
I'm excited to be able to have this crowd and work this stage with you, man. But like, I wanted to talk a little bit about the lineup that you have. Because
Okay.
the lineup that you have, man, this is beyond DFW. Like this is
Yeah.
a fire lineup. So let's talk a little bit. You do have one guy that you kind of put it on a little bit.
Yeah, man. So I met this cat, man. His name is Sir John. This dude is funny. He's funny. And I believe like DFW and beyond is gonna hear about this dude like for years to come. Like, you know what I'm saying? And when you meet people, man, it's like, and you really got this attention, like this person grabs your attention, it's like you got to embrace that, man. You know what I'm saying? You really got to embrace that and be like, yo, man.
Help build this
Yeah.
character and strength, you know.
Like, hey, little bro, let me help you, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I reached out to this cat and I was like, yo, Sir John, man,
and he's
listen.
pretty fresh. We're talking less
Yeah,
than a year. of
yeah,
comedy.
less than a year of comedy, but he had, I don't want to give away his jokes, man, but he had this fire set that had me dying. And the way he presented it, and I was just like, yo, I listened to that man's jokes and I was like, I gotta do something with this dude. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, yo, I'm gonna give you a guest spot on Villain and Friends 3. You know what I mean? So, excuse me. Shout out to my man, Sir John. He will be the feature spot.
No, the opening spot.
The opening spot, but yeah, I'll say feature.
Our first.
He will
act-
be my guest spot.
Yes.
My
so
guest
after
spot.
I start the show,
Yeah.
I'll be bringing out Sir John. So
Yeah,
I'm
you'll
excited
be- yeah.
to see this boy. I mean, he's young. He's young.
He's young. He's a young dude.
Okay, so I'm excited to see the boys' chops. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those things, dude, because it's kind of like, I think that the who you got on the card, too, is actually very supportive. A very supportive comedy. I don't know Julie Drake as much. Which, you know, we'll talk about her.
We'll
because
talk
she's-
about her.
She's going to be the big piece.
Yeah.
Under the bigger piece. You know what I mean? The blacker piece.
The blacker piece.
But we also have Mighty Mike.
Yeah, my man Mighty Mike. Mighty Mike. Man, me and Mighty Mike, we like brothers, man. We fight too. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, bro.
We fight, we argue, but
we got so much. Like, there's a lot of love with Mighty Mike, and it's like you need to, like, and he's one of those people where, like, I think similar to like kind of like you, or let's say even me too, where like we only talk to the comedians at the open mics that we really fuck with. You know what I mean?
right.
And we've done. You know, you put it together some bits. You know, like pretty much where either you're whooping my ass, or you're whooping Mike's ass, or Mike's whooping my ass. Either way, the villain ain't never getting his ass whooped. Nobody ever putting the hands on the villain in any of his bits.
Nah,
all of his.
We not now for the record. We don't put hands on each other. We don't.
Oh
but,
yeah, comedy. Let's call that movie magic. You know, the amazing stunt work and the black work. You know.
But I'll say this, man. Mighty Mike, dog. Like, the first time that I ever stepped into Hat Tricks and did comedy, I went to Hat Tricks, did an open mic, and Mighty Mike embraced me. That's the first person that embraced me on the scene.
Hat-Tricks, people don't know what Hat-Tricks is in Louisville, Texas. In Louisville, Texas, in general, doesn't matter where you're performing in Louisville, Texas. Louisville, Texas is a difficult comedy crowd. Why did the hell did you even show up for this
Right.
kind of comedy crowd?
If you get laughs out of there, you funny.
You funny.
You funny.
You are solid. You can garner attention and respect to some magnitude to, like, get them to listen to you and hear what you have to say.
Right. But yeah, man, Mighty Mike is my brother, man, and I wouldn't have it no other way. We were trying to put together a showcase, you know what I'm saying? We were trying to put together a showcase of me, Mighty Mike, and another comedian. But then I was like, yo, I got Villain and Friends 3, bro. Get on this show, and then we'll do some other business later. And he was like, I got you. You know what I mean? Carletta K. Now, another K. I always wanted to work with her. And
we have 3 Ks on this show.
The thing about the thing about
talk about that shit.
The thing about Carletta K, I don't think she didn't know that I lived in Dallas. She thought I lived in Oklahoma. Because she does this joke where she has this London accent. And you know, I have jokes where I do this British like a British accent. And I told her one day, I was like, yo, we ought to connect and do these skits. You know what I'm saying? Like, and talk in a British accent. Because her shit is on point. Her British accent is on point. I don't know what she been watching.
My British accent, I'm pretty good. I'm a good person, bro.
That's what's up, man. You know. But
go on.
But I was like, yo, let's work. And she was like, cool. But she thought that I lived in Oklahoma. And I'm like, no, I live here. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I had to I always wanted to work with Carletta K, so I was like, I gotta put on this show. You know what I mean? And of course we got my man Mark Few.
Mark Few.
Not Mark Pugh.
Mark Few Jr. Mark Few is like one of the most intelligent comedians that I know.
Yes.
Like
Hustler,
entrepreneur.
Like, but he is like whatever craft he is invested in, he does it. He's dope with it. 100% he's dope with it.
Very articulate, man.
Yep.
Very. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, dude, I thought I was smart. Like, I go, man, I know you've called me sometimes and was like, yo, where you at? And I'm like, yo, I'm at the library.
I'm glad you have that confidence on yourself.
Mark is a very intelligent dude, bro. Very calculated. Very calculated with his jokes.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't think we were on the first Villain and Friends. Was he on that? He was okay. So he was. I did it, but I done I think 1 or 2 other shows because I did a show in Shreveport with him, and George brought me out for that, and he was on that show. So not like I've seen him 3 times, right? Like through the circuit. But what's dope though, man, is like I'm starting to get, especially with like like Jordan J. I think Jordan J. Corey Cherry.
Yeah, Corey Cherry, my man.
Mark Few, like you know what I mean? A lot of these black comedians that I'm like, where I'm like, yo, no, the fire. You know, like they're dope with it, like on in the thing. And I'm starting to get like more of that black accreditation because I'm just saying.
And all those comics that you just named, Jordan J, Corey Cherry, smart as hell, dog.
Yeah.
All these comics, dog, we very calculated with the
I'm
jokes.
Just saying, yo, like I just literally laid out this lineup, dog. I think that show just needs to happen.
That show's gonna happen, bro.
Because I'm like, yo,
Jordan J is kind of a superstar right now. I got to get this money up. Nah. Hey, George, you know I love you, bro, man.
Hey,
do your shit. Do your shit.
Culture.
I
He respects the culture. Just like him and his other Steph Curry brand of peoples. Like
that
respects the culture. But like I know that man is all about being part of a dope show. And I think that, like 100%, if he hears. If we can get that lineup together with a date, it's done, son. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, give us a spot that's going to put us in numbers because I just think that, like, we're going to have the best type of, like, hood diversity type of crowd that's going to really wanting comedy. You know what I mean?
And
first and foremost, Villains and Friends 3, November 15th at the Plano House.
November 15th, Plano House of Comedy.
Mark Few, I know he's going to...
He's gonna kill, man.
He's gonna bust.
He's gonna bust you.
People up, 100%.
Now we got my lady, Julie Drake, bro. Now, I never met, it's gonna be my first time meeting her. You know what I'm saying? We're both from Oklahoma. We've been in these same circles, but it's like we miss each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I've never gotten to meet her.
Never did a show with her?
Never did a show with her. Never gotten to meet her.
You seen her?
I've never seen her. I just this is how.
So like through like social media, like
through social media. But I did this podcast in Oklahoma called damn, what's the name of that podcast? Yeah. Hold on, man. I gotta look this up because I want to shout them out real quick.
Yeah. Ain't memorable. You ain't gonna forget my podcast. I know.
Nah. These are my people. I just want to get the title of their podcast right though. Hold on, just one moment. Oh no, I know it now. No, It's Fine podcast. Yeah, I did.
No, It's Fine.
Yeah, No, It's Fine.
Oh, No, It's Fine. Okay, got you.
Yeah, I did their podcast and we were talking and they brought up Julie Drake and I was like, yo, I haven't met her, but I've heard a lot about her. You know what I'm saying? And we talked about her a bit. And it's just like this legend built around her. Yeah. Dude, I heard that Julie Drake, she got into like a roast battle and roasted this black dude so bad that he quit. And I was like,
wait, quit the roast or quit comedy?
He quit the roast, but he damn near quit comedy.
Yeah.
Dog, you know what I'm saying, for a white woman, do you know how good you got to be at roasting a black man to make him want to quit?
Make him stop.
You know what I'm saying? I heard she had some hard roast, and I was like, I gotta meet her. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I gotta meet her. So I'm a fan. I'm a fan, man. Julie Drake, she does a lot of. She's doing a lot of big things, man. You know, she's opened up for Dave Attell. She did like a weekend with Dave Attell in Tulsa, bro. And she was so brilliant that Dave Attell just, the last part of the show, the last day, he brought her back on stage with him. You know what I'm saying? And they just like, you know, dude, talk to the crowd.
Attell, I mean, like that is like a roast king in the same level of like obviously like Jeff Ross. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's what they had the whole bumping mics thing, which that is another concept that I would very much love to do, is a bumping mics situation of two comedians partnering up for a set, and either they're roasting each other or they're just working off each other for various sets, bits, whatever that they decide to plan. You know what I mean? But I think like doing a bumping mics type of thing, you know what I mean? Where like you're able to give those, because like a lot of comedians are ending, you know what I mean? Like they're ending the nights, like they're doing these comedy shows, and it's a standard like comedy structure, right? Where you have opener, feature, headliner, right? Right. And then at the end, there is like 15 to 20 minutes allotted as like a general Q&A or like public response heckler type of thing, and all of them are up there and they're just, you know what I mean, going off of what's happening, and then like when one comedian like throws something hard out there, gets, you know, people rolling, they bump the mic, you know what I'm saying, like that type of situation. Like I want to, aside from doing heckler mics, like I want those type of shows.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But shout out Julie Drake, man. I cannot wait to meet you. I'm a fan.
Likewise.
I might fan out.
I can't wait to introduce you. I'm gonna be mad.
Yeah, so and then of course we got me.
Makes
the villain.
Shake everywhere. Speaking of black men, now we got Alexander K, because we don't do it alone.
Don't do it alone. And man, I gotta say this, man. Shout out to Mike Danielson, bro, my manager.
Shout out to Day, Mike Danielson.
Yeah.
Keller Williams Realty.
Yeah, and people need to understand my dynamic, man. It's like when I need to talk to the white people, I put Mike Danielson out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, go talk to him, bro.
He is articulate.
Yeah.
But no, he's a fan. Like, you know, and I've said it multiple times before, even on Honor Don't Care. Like, where we are right now here, you know, Metro Icon is in the studio space, you know, we've created. But like, this is the home. Like, I would not have if it weren't for Mike Danielson.
You know,
Mike
man.
Danielson, like, we aren't. Our circumstances are like tough on paper, you know, and a lot of it is kind of like, yeah, like the landlords need assurance, and like he provided that for us, being that the landlord was somebody that you know he knew well, and
hey man,
giving that assurance to us, you know, and so far we've been good tenants, and we've been as far as handling our shit, you know, and prompt and response, and you know, making things work, but. Yeah, shout out to Mike Danielson.
Shout out Mike Danielson. I got a lot of man love for Mike Danielson, bro. I love that dude, bro. I've been knowing that brother for.
Reminds me of Guy Love from the show. So
I've been knowing him for over 20 years, man. That's my bro. You know what I'm saying? So, and whatever I'm doing, he's always been 100% behind me, more than anybody that I know. You know what I'm saying? So shout out Mike Danielson, man.
And I did say that like when the season came out, like I might have to put your episode at number 4. No, actually no, because I'm trying to show like the difference of the sets and stuff like that. But I did say that because I have my second episode now being edited. His next one is because it was at my parents' house, so I'll have him coming in, and then he'll be the third episode when my season 3 comes out. But I'm like building these episodes up, so when this episode finally comes out, it's gonna be the full episode. It's gonna be a minute. It's gonna be some time, but definitely these clips. You'll be seeing these clips hopefully very, very soon because you know I want to make sure that we're showing love and
and supporting the
people. Like listen, hopefully you see these clips and know Wednesday, November 15th, at the Plano House of Comedy in Plano at
it's gonna get real.
8 p.m.
Show starts. Well, doors open at 7. Show starts at 7:30. Yeah.
So 7:30. Doors open at 7. I mean, you're talking about good hump day, date night show that's going to kick some endorphins, get you laughing, feeling real good, and you're going to want to go home and do the business because emotions are
come out, follow everybody on social media because we're gonna have all our social media information blasted, and stick with me, man, because I got more villain and friends to come. You know what I'm saying? And they're gonna I think big, so they're gonna get bigger. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, and I'm also like this is being the end, like going into the winter season and stuff like that. Like the entertainment industry is a naturally slower time, right? Which is the best time to produce your own stuff. So like these next like 3-4 months, I'll be focusing on 2 things. And one, trying to do more silent parties, silent discos, but also put on comedy shows. And then I have my comedy anniversary. I call it the More to Go showcase. That Alexander definitely gonna be on right there. Like me and this dude, we do too much work for it not to work. You know what I mean?
Oh, word.
Not to be on one. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like, you know, and I will officially also say that on any of my future comedy shows that I ever put on, he will no longer be the opener. Can we talk a little bit, bro, on just your experience when we did the last Red Tape show at Royal Lane Studios? And if people don't know this story, the guy that owns the space, like, just double booked it.
Yeah.
With another promoter throwing an event not related to comedy whatsoever.
Right.
And both like comedy shows happening, and these unique individuals are coming for
that show should have been called Jokes and Pokes. Jokes and Pokes.
Absolutely, because like even the way the room was set up, like the multiple rooms, right? Like we were supposed to, they have a podcast room, like decked and set up, and then we ended up doing Honor Don't Care in their like boutique shop, like where they sold their merch. Like they had to change it all up because all the other rooms ended up having some twin size beds up in there.
Right. It was these 2 white ladies at the show, and you know me, I'm trying to talk to the crowd after. And I gave him a stick. I'm like, hey, lady.
Doing the show, and all you see is these couples. These unique-looking ass couples. These agenda-having, mission-going fucking couples coming into the show.
But I saw the 2 white ladies. I gave them a sticker, and I'm like, hey, thanks for coming to the show. They were like, you were funny. But they kept looking at me like, pull your dick out. And I was like, whoa.
Can I tell you, though, I mean, like, and I'm not going to take any fucking credit away from you because you were 100% funny, bro. But
man, appreciate that.
You know why you were funnier, though?
Why's that?
Because you had Blue Label Johnny in the motherfucking crowd. DFW's #1 laugh plug.
Laugh plug.
That laugh
If you
plug.
don't have Blue Label Johnny in your audience,
I'm telling you
your
right
laughter
now,
ain't shit, man.
If you are nervous about the crowd that's coming in for your comedy show, and you want to push laughs to produce a greater result, okay? Blue Label Johnny is your guy, your laughing plug in the comedy community to get amplification from your in your audience.
Word.
Because there's so many people in the audience where like when he was there laughing at that shit, they did not think it's funny, but we're laughing because he was laughing
at that comedy. And
Right.
that is a strong presence you want in the crowd.
Oh, for sure,
You
for
know?
sure, for
Crowd
sure.
plug, laughing plug, whatever you want to call it. Like, call Blue Label Johnny, 100%.
Yeah, man. But all in all, I had fun though. That was a good show. I have fun at all the shows I do, man. So
Dude, when I realized, like, once I realized what was happening, like, we all came to terms with what was happening, right?
mm-hmm.
I looked at it, I just started laughing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of people can be really upset, you know? Like, oh, I don't want to, like, be known for this. I don't throw swinger parties. But that's what it was. He threw
it was a swinger party, yeah.
It was a straight swinger party. That was happening, right? There were dudes coming with their women and coming with their women of the night. Let's just call it.
Yeah, right.
And, you know, like, in all retrospect, it was like a legally placed company. These are people coming in for like essentially a private event at their own like volition and knowledge of what was going on.
Right.
But we had to work with the variables. I will say that it helped the images from there. Like, I had a packed comedy show. I had people in the crowd. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
It was like what was frustrating to me though was like I'm the part of the reason, like, to set up the thing. Plus, we had On Air Don't Care, and we were supposed to be in the podcast room. Ended up being like that. Like John and Jason were setting that up,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like trying to set the room, and he's like still like there was like too much going on. You know what I mean? Like overbooked the space. But I was just trying to create something unique, and I was hoping the Silent Disco was gonna pop up. But like after the comedy show, they were like, oh no, all of it's different. I want to hear everything was going on. Whatever it was, but like I knew for a fact, I was like it didn't upset me at all. I was kind of just laughing, and I'm just kind of like, as far as comedy goes, y'all, this is a story and a half, and I'll take it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For all of us, this is a story and a half.
It was a
and
story,
like,
yeah.
I went up to everybody, and I was like, yo, like if you don't have a bit from tonight, then you the only one that made it a waste.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Now I had a lady friend that wanted to come to the show, and she said she got in the parking lot and was like, She was like, nah. And she texted me, she was like, look, I came to your show. And man, shout out Brenda, man, because Brenda has been very supportive. Like, I know Brenda from an old job that I had.
Okay.
And ever since I've been doing comedy, she follows me on Facebook. I don't directly tell her about my shows.
Sure.
But she sees my flyers and she's like, oh, I'm coming.
Yeah.
And I've seen her at a lot of my shows, and I'm like, yo, what? Dope. This is dope.
Yeah.
But she tried to come to that show, and she was like, nah.
Yeah.
Nah, son. She was like, nah.
And I understand, Brenda. I understand. It was sus at best. All right? It was sus at best.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of construction on Maple, near Dallas Love Field. So yeah, you know, like too close to the airport, double location. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I get it. I 100% get it. You know what I mean? And for people who did buy a ticket and they trusted into the experience, I thank you. I thank you very much for like looking for just something different, because everyone who did buy a ticket and come to the show, like, which I had like about 15 to 20 tickets natural show sold, right? Aside from people just showing up. And like all the couples and stuff that were like, just come. You know, like it was just at that point where I'm like, it's all good. But if you want the Silent Disco, that's enough charge, blah, 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 blah. But it was like those people rolled the dice. They were willing to roll the dice and just be like, the situation seems different, you know, and you know, I guess roll the dice on their own safety. But I mean, it ended up being a safe show. Like nobody got hurt, nobody got nothing. You know what I mean? Like, didn't catch no cases from doing this show.
Hey, come for ass and tits, leave with jokes and bits.
Yeah.
You know? That's what happened. You know.
There you go. And then why not? There we go. Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, that motherfucker right here. So either way, we enjoyed ourselves. I mean, like our shows don't define how they're just the experience that we get to carry for the next one. You know?
Right.
Always going to be a next one. So you know that November 15th, these clips coming out, hopefully very, very soon. But be a Plano House Comedy, because I promise you, it's going to be a night of comedy that is going to be worth it. And it's $5 a ticket.
$5 a ticket,
Bro,
man.
That's nothing.
Come on, man.
2 minimum item, which like, bro, like even if you're paying $10, $15, $20 for a ticket, if you weren't planning on having a drink, maybe having an appetizer, like, all right, hey, you know what? Just late night activities or financial extracurriculars are not in your game, and that's fine.
Right.
But like, if you're just looking for a good time on a low dime, Wednesday, November 15th, Plano House of Comedy is where you want to be, and it's going to be a fire show. It's going to be a fire show, and I think it's going to be something that's going to be a beautiful bridge to a lot of future upcoming shows.
Oh yeah,
and create, because like, bro, like you know about the Kings of Comedy, like, bro, when you have a squad, and it's these sets, and everyone's pretty much a headliner. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
One thing you know about me is that now, like, like, I'm never really gonna care for having that headliner spot. You know what I want to do in this comedy game. You know what I mean?
Right.
If I give an opportunity to get my own special, and shit, yeah, I'll take it. Like, whatever. But I have no desire to have this headliner spot. And I'm like, you'll never hear any argument from me in being able to do that. But that's for a lot of comedians, and it's like my role being able to amplify a show. You know what I mean? I'm excited to do that for you, man, because we're gonna have a blast.
Yeah, that's what's up. We're gonna have fun, man.
We do need to walk in and talk a little on there, don't care into that joint.
Oh yeah, man. On there, don't care,
Sell
boy.
Sell it up, do it up. So other than that, man, yeah, I'm glad that we had a chance to at least like kind of press on like what's coming up and stuff. And outside of you keeping that single life with Blue Label Johnny and shit and flowing the way you want to go.
I mean, now I'm single, man, but I tell you one woman that I would love to date and I can't wait to run into her. Von DiCarlo. She's a comedian, bro.
I saw someone who was like, you made a post about some woman that like
Von DiCarlo.
Oh, that was her?
Yeah.
But like, but you took a picture with her, didn't you?
No. Oh, no. That's my homegirl Andrea in New York. Fine, beautiful. I call her almondy, looking all almondy. You know what I'm saying? But nah, Andrea, man, shout out Andrea, man. She's from Nashville, but like she lives in New York now. But she really helped me on a lot of comedy. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember I went to Nashville and she told me all the mics to go to.
Like you love too many girls. like there's too many potentials.
Probably, bro.
But they all ain't Tundra.
They all ain't Tundra, but you know what I'm saying?
Are you looking for a woman or are you looking for a distraction from Tundra, bro?
Nah, bro. Nah. Nah. Me and Tundra didn't have a relationship though.
Yeah, but your eyes
wasn't
looked a little too thin.
We didn't have a relationship, but
shit your feelings, Alex.
But nah. I mean, man, every man wants. I want love in my life. You know what I'm saying? And I've had it, and I've ruined it a couple of times over. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like like I don't feel like my wrongdoings in the past. I just had to learn from it. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like there's a woman that's gonna tame me one day and be like, "Hey, listen, it's me and you." You know what I'm saying? And I'm all for it. I'm all for it when it happens. But you gotta know, I am a fucking workhorse. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a machine. Like, I just keep going, and I, you know what I'm saying? And I need somebody that's gonna stick with that. Like, hey, my man is out here doing his thing. Let me contribute. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how you win.
But when you say contribute, are you talking about like contribute to the piece of the game, or like are you talking about like a financial like help? To
No, I don't want anybody to put money into anything I'm doing.
Right.
Yeah, the peace. Like, give me some peace of mind. Be like, you know what I'm saying?
Be a place where I can escape, have fun, and not have to like.
If I'm doing a show somewhere, and you like, hey, look, you got a lot on your mind right now. I'm going to work the door for you. Shit like that, you know? Because when you put together shows, man, that shit is, you hearing all this shit, like you walking around nervous, and then you got to remember what you going to say and shit like that on stage. So you got to You know what I'm saying? But I think like once you get on stage, all that shit bursts and it's like boom. All right, this is what I'm here to do.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, so I love that. I love that bit of nervousness. I love that.
Cheerleader, bro.
A cheerleader?
Like a little bit of cheerleader. Like somebody that's like gonna be that front seat support. That's gonna be there that like knows you funny and she's gonna like support
I'll take it.
the hype on stage.
I'll take it.
You want a little bit of a cheerleader.
I'll take it.
But like you want somebody that can fulfill them private moments that you're not giving your time to like a stage and an audience and shit.
Oh yeah, for sure. You know what I mean?
So keep looking for it. He's looking to not do it alone, y'all. He don't want to do it alone.
I don't want to do it alone. You know?
Well, I mean, dude, honestly, bro, I gotta say, man, like, if anyone else haven't had a chance to like catch the first episode that I did with Alexander K, it was when I was living in Capel and I had the space over there, and we had Blue Label Johnny there, which he's our catalyst and our medium of bringing our interaction together. But like, if y'all didn't know, that first episode annoyed the fucking balls out of me. Like, it was just like I was not able to properly give this dude a host-like interview and really get to know him because him and John are just fucking catching up on all their old fucking bullshit and the things that they fucking done and the references that they know together that I have no fucking clue about. And finally, because John's motherfucking ass wasn't here and shit, you and I were finally able to actually have, I think, a much deeper and in-depth conversation that we just were not able to grasp, you know?
Right.
Talking about the world of slump and all that shit. We didn't talk about that at all. I was actually talking about the world of Alexander K, and I was happy to do it, you know? And I think what's really beautiful, too, is that in, I like kind of like, you know, in the second half, I changed like the lighting angle a little bit to make sure you got lit up a little bit more. And surprisingly, like with more light, you somehow got darker. I have no idea how it works.
Hey man.
And how that happens.
Hey.
You know, it's just a beautiful, beautiful thing, man. You really have a beautiful way of just soaking in light. You know, like
right.
Truly, how black does. You know what I mean? Like. It's amazing, bro. You are a phenomenon. So let me just say, you are a wonderful phenomenon. But I'm excited, man. I'm excited for what's happening with I Don't Care, with comedy that's coming in. And, you know, we all have our respective grinds out there to make these bills happen, Captain. But
for sure.
Other than that, man, this has been a wonderful Saturday afternoon. And I'm glad I had a chance to really, really connect and hang with you, my brother.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I appreciate it, bro.
Been a real one.
Thanks for having me.
So
for real.
Yeah, if you don't remember, and hold on, let's cheers to you real quick. Cheers to the moment created. Wonderful Saturday afternoon. You know, way to do it. So do you recall how we would end the show, or how I end the show with the Metro Icon podcast?
Yeah, I gotta say a few. I
Closing
guess.
statement. Essentially, the thing is that you have to imagine it as if this is the last thing you're ever going to say on camera. You know what I mean? Like, your closing statement, this is the last thing you ever see on camera, and this is how you end the episode.
Cool. Fuck the police, coming straight from the underground. A young nigga got it bad cause I'm brown. And not the other color cause police think they have the authority to kill a minority. Fuck that shit cause I ain't the one. For a punk motherfucker with a badge of the gun to be beaten on and thrown in jail, we can go toe to toe in the middle of the cell. Shout out to Ice Cube, man. Shout out Ice Cube, bro.
And that's how you have a good day.
Yeah.